secretary and educative. I wonder who wrote it? Mr. Bale. He was once a priest of the old faith, but seeing how things went on, became a most passionate reformer. You know, I think our family never did anything better than facilitate and encourage your own rise, Mr. Secretary. And I trust you never forget that we did so. The abbots and bishops will make lots and lots of money! I love the Pope as much as ever may be. I pretty heartily tell me why you do so. Because I perceive well. The Pope is a jolly fellow, a trim fellow, a rich fellow, yes, and a merry fellow. He's rich in his royalty and angelic in his behold. Talk to the French ambassador. Francis is sending the Admiral of France to arrange the marriage. Thank you. His name is treason, Your Majesty. Gilded images all in your necessities. The Admiral of France is to pay an official visit. I want you to receive and entertain him on my behalf. Why him? Surely my father would be a much better choice. I trust your grace to carry out my commands. I am, as ever, Your Majesty's humble and obedient servant. What is there of Christ in your church, they tell? That was unnecessary. But he loves me. As there in Latin, no man can know. What is that? That woman is a whore. She treats me worse than I treat my dogs. But then your dogs bite back. Our whole congregation. If ceremonies and superstitions from us fall, then farewell, monks and canons, priest, friar, bishop, and all. Alas, she is very unwell. The king may continue to reign over us. She is sinking. Not only is her household severely reduced, but she has been separated from her daughter for the last 4 years. That is very cruel. But her faith is astonishing. And that his offspring may reign true. Lady Mary. While the concubine has power, I fear for her life. To the comfort of this nation. Regibus et Meritis, Beate Maria, Semper Virginis.
Lady Mary, what in heaven's name are you doing with the Princess Elizabeth?
She was left alone. I took care of her.
Give her to me.
we sup and think of those who are no longer with us. To Moore and to Fisher, those martyred men. God bless them. I am told that many who initially supported the king's reforms are now forming a different opinion. The terrible murder of honest and faithful men has opened many eyes.
I still do not blame the king. He's been seduced by witchcraft. I've always believed it, and now I have proof.
You have proof?
Yes. I have befriended a maid of Anne's bedchamber who has told me that the harlot hides a secret. She's deformed, Shabui. An extra fingernail on her left hand, which she has always at great pains to conceal. As well, her body, it's covered in moles, which are sometimes called the devil's teeth, as you know. Now, this maid, she swore to me honestly that she's seen these quite plainly on Anne's naked skin, even though the lady constantly seeks to cover herself.
My God. Is it so?
It is the truth. That is why she must die.
What is it?
He's having more affairs.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Often I can't find him. No one will tell me where he is. He leaves the palace, I know that. He's gone for hours sometimes. I think he's got a harem somewhere. There's a place where he keeps his harem, where he keeps his women. I know it. Oh. Something's going to happen to me.
No.
You know there's a prophecy. Everyone knows it. The prophecy says a queen of England will be burned.
Don't talk like this. Nothing's going to happen to you.
I'm unable to give a king a son. A son. To be the living image of his father.
It's all right. Everything's going to be all right. Please don't cry. I love you. I look after you, I swear. Please don't cry.
Sir Thomas, Mr. Secretary. What are all these? Denunciations. It is reported that a canon at Duke's Free mistakenly or otherwise offered prayers to Catherine the Queen rather than Anne. 7 of his congregation reported these words.
What will you do to him?
Nothing. He's near 80 years old. An absent-minded slip of the tongue in such an old man is perfectly forgivable. Some of these others, much more serious. Have a look at these. They're tracts praising His Majesty and his new monarchy and the Reformation. They explain why the Reformation is necessary and the liberties and the opportunities it will bring even to the king's humblest subjects.
These are very impressive. You are to be congratulated on your industry, Mr. Secretary. But does it never concern you that the king has taken to himself an absolute power without any constraint, to remake the law.
Is not that which pleases the king the law?
I was only observing.
I like you. That's the way I enjoy your company, but you have a reputation. You gamble. And you whore. You sail close to the wind. God forbid it should ever blow you onto the rocks.
His Excellency Philippe Chabot de Briand, Admiral of France.
Your Grace.
Admiral Chabot, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you and your party to my home and to England. May I present my wife, the Duchess.
Madame, je suis ravi de vous connaître. And with your permission, may I present my secretary, Monsieur Alphonse Gontier?
Madame, Your Grace.
And my niece, Mademoiselle Germaine.
Mademoiselle, you are very pretty. Madame. Your Grace.
So, tell me, Your Grace, what are we to expect?
I'm to entertain you and your staff here for a few days, then the king invites you to dine at court.
Very good.
There is one other thing. I'm told that Queen Anne has planned a banquet in your honor. And a tennis match. I believe you met Her Majesty once before in Calais, when she accompanied His Majesty before her coronation.
I may have, but I have no recollection of any such meeting. And, alas, I don't play tennis.
Shall we?
Good morrow, John.
Where are you going?
Out.
Where?
Go back inside.
Where are you going? I want to know.
It is none of your business. It is my pleasure you go back inside now.
Majesty.
Mademoiselle?
I like you, Excellency. You're very clever. But I don't like the way your Emperor treats me. He seems to think, as far as Catherine is concerned, that I act out of spite.
or that I'm being malicious. But I swear it's not true. I suppose I ought to be content in the knowledge that the world knows the many wrongs that have been done to me. You don't approve of the changes I'm making in this kingdom. Cromwell, intercept some of your letters. We used to call it humanism. All see more in me. We were all humanists. Most people think I've changed, but I haven't. At heart, I'm still a humanist. Chapwis, I promise you that I'm going to make such a reformation in this kingdom that I shall be remembered eternally throughout all Christendom.
I have no doubt whatsoever that your Majesty's reign will always be remembered.
I had planned a banquet in his honor.
Who?
The French Admiral. He has been here for 2 weeks already, staying with the Duke of Suffolk, and he's not yet sent me a message of goodwill. Every other French envoy has always done so. Neither has requested an audience with me. With me, the Queen of England. And when we are discussing the future of my own child.
Your Majesty should rest. I ought to leave you.
They also tell me that he has struck up an acquaintance with the Imperial Ambassador Chapuis. Is that not extraordinary? Tell me, why should he do such a thing? Why did you not say anything, Mark?
Your Majesty must forgive me. I don't know what to say. These matters are beyond my competence. What am I? I'm only a dancing master.
And then there's something else. Someone, some bitch who probably hates me, told me that the king has deliberately invited a lot of beautiful women to court for the Admiral's visit. I mean, can you believe that?
Your Grace.
Your Majesty, may I present His Excellency, Philippe Chateaubriand, the Admiral of France.
Majesty, welcome to my court. Allow me to introduce my wife, Queen Anne. Madame. Please, let us be seated. Some wine.
Of course. Which domain does it come from? Is it Bordeaux?
This is English wine. English wine. We've been making wine in England since the Romans.
As recently as that? Très bien. It's very fruity. And strong, like a gladiator sweat.
Who is that gentleman?
My secretary, Monsieur Bondier.
I should like to introduce him to my wife. Excuse me.
castle. I was, how shall I say? Imprisoned by affection. Madame, are you amusing yourself at my expense?
Forgive me, monsieur. I couldn't help laughing at the king's proposition of introducing your secretary to me. For whilst he was finding him, he met that pretty lady and forgot the whole thing.
Let's talk some business. What instructions do you have from your master with regard to the betrothal of my daughter Elizabeth to the Duke of Angoulême?
His Majesty regrets that such a proposition is impossible.
Why impossible?
Much as he loves your Majesty, the king cannot agree to betroth his beloved son to a bride whose legitimacy is not accepted by His Holiness Pope Paul, by Holy Church itself, nor even by the Emperor. However, His Majesty, to demonstrate his love, proposes another match. He would consent to the betrothal of the Dauphin to Lady Mary, your legitimate daughter. If you do not agree to the match, my master will marry his son to the Emperor's daughter, leaving your country isolated in Europe.
Excellence, the audience with His Majesty is now over. Sorry. I have no excuses, Catherine. I thought those days were behind me.
Perhaps human nature can never change.
I swear to you, it'll never happen again. I love you too much. I have no right to ask you to believe me. But it's true.
You see? You did make me cry after all.
Who was she?
Who was who?
That lady you were talking to when you were supposed to be finding Monsieur Gontier. Is she one of your mistresses?
I'm gonna get toys in the freezer. I'm bringing toys to the freezer. Mommy wants to check my baseball.
Yeah, but you get one.
How many do you have?
Papa, please don't make
What are the names?
take them out of the lawn,
Okay,
Where do you keep them?
No problem.
Someone told me that your nobles like Brandon are assisting you in having your affairs.
That's enough.
No. No, you told me, you always told me that we should be truthful peaceful with each other. You said it was the definition of love.
Then here's the truth. You must shut your eyes and endure, like your betters have done before you.
How can you say that to me? Don't you know I love you 1,000 times more than Catherine ever did?
And don't you know that I can drag you down as quickly as I raised you? 'Tis lucky you have your bed already, madam, because if you did not, I would not give it to you again. Francis won't accept the betrothal.
Why?
Why do you think? Because the Pope and he and the Emperor all agree she is a bastard, and you are not my wife. Tell me, how's your cat?
She's fine. In fact, she's with child.
You're a happily married man, Charles. I envy you. Do you think the planets have any influence over our lives?
I don't know.
I would often discuss the issue with Moore. We would stand on the roof at night and study the heavens. Moore had a great knowledge of the stars and how they influence our humors. I regret now what happened to Moore. In some ways, I wish it never happened. But it wasn't all my fault. Whenever my resolve weakened, whenever I was inclined to save him, a certain person would privately urge me on to his destruction. Who? You know who she is, Charles.
¿Tú cheques clip ya? ¿Poquito niño?
No mucho.
¿Pero tú cheques clip un poquito? ¿O nada?
Un grito aquí, ¿ves? No mucho. Ahí yo duele a rica.
Vaya, vaya, y una bolsa para que lo eche el papel.
Aquí tengo gozo también. Aquí tengo gozo, niño. Yo doy cosas para mí. Yo me duele a rica, no quiero move. Mi culo siempre duele. It hurts. Ay, no, hay mierda. Picha cosa. Mierda. No, pizza away. Me quito. Está bien, me quito. Vamos, tú entras en zapatos. Zapatos. Okay.
Your Majesty.
Gentlemen,
Your Majesty.
what's this?
The Valor Ecclesiasticus. The results of the Commissioner's investigations into the wealth and practices of all the religious houses in Your Majesty's kingdom.
It lists the treasures, the wealth, the vast private lands of the monasteries, priories, and other religious establishments.
It as well lists the innumerable cases of laxity, corruption, evil practice, and fraud which have flourished unchecked and in some cases for hundreds of years in these same institutions.
Meanwhile, Majesty, your own treasury is much depleted. Is it not a thing to marvel at, the richness of those who ought by right to be your subjects, and the poverty and debt of the English crown?
It is indeed.
George? Sir Henry?
Your Majesty, I came again to pay court to Lady Sheldon with the King's permission.
Yes, of course.
I also wanted an opportunity to express my love and devotion to Your Majesty. As a reformer myself, I know all the good works you do without ever seeking any praise, but always deserving it.
When I visit religious houses, I do so to urge those inside to cleanse and purify their corrupt lives and doctrine, or else they will surely be destroyed.
Yes. Yes, it's true. We evangelicals must breathe new life into dead bones and encourage the ignorant to believe in the reality of faith. Encourage the ignorant to believe in the reality.